Hey boys and girls, welcome back to New Stuff TV, the untechnical tech channel. I'm your host Antoine 1080p HD Richardson, because today we're checking out the Xming page 1. So I gotta tell you this, man, the company for movie, I guess this is like another sub brand or something like that, but it's called the Xming. Okay, that is the brand, Xming page 1. It's like a mini tabletop type of projector. I still have it in this case right here. Because once you open the box, you're going to get this case. Check this out, man. Look, I'm putting all projector companies on notice. This right here, this is the box, right? And then it's got this little handle built into it right here. But then you see how it's sliding open already like that? That's because it is actually in the case. Dude, why can't all of these small like projector, tabletop lifestyle projectors come in a case like this? This is like my favorite feature of the projector. It's a styrofoam case. You know, I wasn't even thinking about this. When you think case, you think it has to be something fancy, right? You know, some canvas bag or something. No, man, styrofoam case, nice and simple. Just protect your investment. That way you can grab it on the go, because these are portable on the go type of projectors. And why not just have it protected just like that? You can strap it over your shoulder or just a handle or something, and you're just doing your thing. Clutch. So now let me just get into it, since I've ranted so much about this awesome case it comes with. All right, we got the projector there. We have your AC plug here, and you got your what is this? I don't know. It's 3 prongs, I guess. I don't know what you'll call that. But then you have the actual the brick. All right, so it's got to be plugged up to this brick right here, and then it plugs in via DC right there into the back of the projector. Can you see that, Wilson? There you go, right there. All right, then of course it's a projector. So what smart projector does not come with a smart remote? Check this out, man. We got that Netflix built in. That's because this comes with Google TV. Actually, I think this was like the world's first smart projector with Google TV built in and like native Netflix. So with like a Netflix license. So you got Netflix, you got YouTube, you got Google Assistant right there. And of course, it's a smart projector. So that means you're going to be able to have all of your smart content, such as your Amazon Prime, your Max, what is it, Stars. Wilson, what else is there? Like Peacock. What else? Hulu? Yeah. Oh, and Paramount Plus. I'll be watching some. Dude, on Paramount Plus, y'all got to check out Tulsa King. Have you seen Tulsa King with Stallone? I want to watch it. Bruh, they're working on season 2. You behind, man. I want to watch it. Okay, all right. Well, let's get back to work. All right, let's get back into the projector, man. I got some specs. You know, this ain't the spec or the Specky Tech channel, but I do have some specs I want to share with you guys. And the first one we're going to talk about is the audio. So it does have Dolby audio. But it is also powered by Boston Acoustics. So they actually partnered up with Boston Acoustics to give you some really good speakers out of this thing. And what they do is they kind of blast at you from the backside of this thing. There's 2 of them in here, and they just go woof, and they give you all that Dolby sound, baby. But taking a field trip around this thing, let's look at the backside of it, since we were just talking about the speakers that are up here. You got your headphone jack right there. That's a 3.5 millimeter. Then you got your HDMI in, a USB, and as well as your DC input right there. As far as ports, that's all you're gonna get. Now, I know some of you would be like, okay, what if I want to listen to better speakers, but I don't have the 3.5, you know, in my Bluetooth speaker? Well, it does have Bluetooth. So all you gotta do is go into the settings, and then you can connect your Bluetooth speaker via Bluetooth to the projector, and you can have better sound that way if you want to. But if you go around to the bottom of the projector, you got these little 4 feet, because it does stand up just like that. But you also have a 1/4-inch inlet in case you want to put it on a tripod or something. But I got something special for you, man. Check this out. You see that, Wilson? Check that out, man. This is just kind of I want to call it a tripod, but it's literally just a stand. And all you got to do is screw it in there, that 1/4-inch right there, and then it can actually swivel up and down. So that's kind of clutch. As a matter of fact, let me just put that on there. Let me just do that. Oh, it's got a little cap on here. I'll put this on, and we will just do the rest of the video like that. You could use a screwdriver if you wanted to. I probably should, just to make it safe so it doesn't swivel. But I'm just gonna put it on here just so you can actually see at least what it looks like. So you can get your swivel on, and then you can actually tighten it. So I got these screws right here that you can actually tighten with a Phillips screwdriver, and so you can actually tighten it into position, because right now it's just kind of rocking and teetering back and forth. But if you find a position that works perfect for it, you can actually just tighten it, and it's good. Speaking of the position, this thing also has a couple of super smart features that all smart projectors should come with. And the first one being auto keystone, the second one being auto focus. Now, I did tell you just a moment ago that this thing was 1080p HD, and that still stands true, but also it is 500 lumens. Now, 500 lumens typically doesn't seem like a lot, especially, with the smart portable projectors. But I did notice something, man. They have this stuff called True 500. And what they're telling me is that it's 170% brighter. Dude, that is really bright. I should say 170%, Wilson. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's like, I don't even know. We're going to find out in a minute when we actually turn it on. But CVIA lumens is, I guess that's the lumen testing that they do, is a brightness standard that is unlike ANSI lumens. I did not know this even existed. And that takes into consideration the different testing conditions, color standards, and temperature and specifications for each projector. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This is the Untechnical Tech channel. I don't even know what this means, but I just know that 500 lumens typically isn't like mega bright, but this one should be brighter than the typical 500 lumen projector. All right, see that right there? That is your lens, and that's gonna give you a minimum of 40 inches all the way up to a 120-inch screen. That means we're going big today, okay? I got a 100-inch screen outside, and we're gonna see what this thing looks like. And I've got some really high expectations for this thing, because they're telling me I'm gonna get 2001 contrast and HDR10. So let's go outside into the other room, set this thing up, and see what kind of picture we can get out of it. Oh, before we go in there, let me give a huge shout out to projectorscreen.com for sending this joint over here, man. Check out their website. They got discounted prices on a lot of projectors and, of course, screens. So when this video is over, make sure you go to their website, man. Oh, yeah, and tell them Antoine sent you. Come on. All right, Wilson, we're getting into this picture mode. So we tried, let's see here, we're in standard right now. Standard HDR10, we've tried Vivid, Sport, and Game, and even Movie, and even User. We decided together that standard was actually the best for what we're playing here, which is but God of War. We got my man Kratos here running around, his little boy Atreus. Atreus is a ride or die. And we're playing this game, right? So there's some things I want to talk about, especially when it comes to gaming. Where should I go first? Let's talk about the screen size before I grab this treasure chest. The screen size goes from 40 inches to 120 inches. Now, let's be realistic here. When you have a projector that has that kind of range, the further you go back to get that max range, that 120, the further you have to pull that projector back. And what do you think, 10 feet maybe?
Just
10
about.
feet-ish?
I want to say it's about 10 feet.
So we're about 10 feet back. So the further you go back, the more dull the image is going to look. You're not going to be getting that 500 lumens, right? Because the light has to travel. And then on top of that, the further you go back, the more, you're going to lose a little bit of focus on the corners. So I did notice some loss of focus on some of the corners, i.e. the top right and bottom right. So just keep that in mind when you're actually setting your stuff up. How big do you want that screen? In my opinion, the optimal screen size of this is probably going to be, what do you think, maybe 60 to 80?
Probably.
Yeah, that's a decent size right there. You know what I'm saying? And then you can get the total sharpness and that peak brightness that you're looking for as far as brightness. Speaking of brightness, man, I had to look this stuff up, man. So they are using CVIA lumens. That's just a different way to measure lumens outside of ANSI lumens. And in my opinion, you can see right now, I'm actually sitting in a pretty well-lit room as far as ambient light goes. We got the office lights over here, they're on, and I even have one of my camera video lights on. I got this shelf light right here, and then I got the door of the office right here. And it's just got all this lights just spilling in, and I'm still able to game here. So let me go get this treasure chest real quick. Get me some coins. What's in this thing right here? Is it coins, or is it, please let it be some gold ore. I need to upgrade some stuff. What is that? Oh, raw hide and hack silver, that's what's up. So as I get my hack silver and walk out of here and follow Atreus, I want to tell you about gaming. So it does not have a gaming mode per se, but it does not have extreme latency. So when it doesn't have a gaming mode, usually gaming modes on TVs and projectors actually kind of go into a low latency mode. So when you press buttons, there's going to be some sort of delay. But for me, I'm not noticing, really that much at all. Nothing for me to be concerned about as a casual gamer. Now, if you're a professional competition gamer, you might want to complain because that's what you guys do about everything. But for a casual gamer who's just running around with your little boy Atreus, killing, old, ancient creatures, in God of War, I think you're gonna be just fine with your gaming experience. But now let's get into this HDR picture. Okay, I'm noticing a lot of bluish here. What do you think, Wilson?
Yeah, it's very blue.
All right, getting a lot of blue. We tried to fix it, but hey, that's your HDR. I'm gonna turn this off because now I wanna show you HDR10 on Netflix, because this thing has native Netflix, because it has Google TV. I just put it in the rest mode. That's bad, because I know I'm gonna turn this thing off the wrong way, and then I'm gonna mess up my PlayStation, man. Would you think, like, what if I just bricked it today? By turning it off wrong?
That would be so sad, man.
Dude, I'd be devastated. Please remind me to turn this thing off the right way before I play.
All right.
But here in Texas, we've lost power so many times, man. This thing just been cut off so many times.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh man. All right, so I was watching Lift on Netflix with Kevin Hart. This is his new action movie here. Let me know what you guys think about this movie if you've actually seen it, man. I thought it was a great movie, great plot. You know, it's pretty typical, right? With a, like a bank heist kind of movie. I just think they got the wrong actors. I just don't think, I'm not a Kevin Hart hater. I'm just saying, this ain't his movie. You know what I'm saying? This is not the movie for him. Anyway, HDR10. I'm getting a mega bright picture here. It's almost like a little blown out here. But what I do notice with HDR10 is that we do get kind of, a lot of, like with the skin tones, we get like that orangey redness, but it's HDR. HDR is HDR. And as I'm looking at it, I'm actually getting a clean picture. This is 1080p, all right? 1080p, $500, 500 lumens. And I feel like I'm getting what I paid for as far as like, smart projection. I got all my apps here. Let me show you the home screen here. Dude, focus in on me. I gotta tell you about this. Y'all know how I hate latency when it comes to interfaces on projectors, especially when it comes with like Google TV or something like that. You can't really see my hand pressing the button or the screen moving, but seriously, when you press something on the button on the remote, it just moves. This thing is very responsive. I was wondering, dude, this thing is just moving. Google TV matched up with this projector is kind of clutch. Wilson, are you digging this right here?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The amount of projectors we've seen that have just like had delays on all the button presses.
Yeah, man, they just lag out like crazy. I'm just breezing through this interface right here. This is so nice. It's the little things, man. And let me tell you, I've experienced quite a few projectors, especially these smart ones, and a lot of them have this crazy, crazy lag, and it just drives me nuts. This thing is just moving, dude, and I'm just sitting here just clicking stuff, just having a good time. But this is the interface. This is Google TV. So what that means is you literally have everything. Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Hulu, Tubi, YouTube TV, YouTube, free channels, TV Max, YouTube Music, and you can cast anything you want to cast because Chromecast is built in. And of course you got this, button right here. Let me see here. Wait, do you press it and hold it? Let me see here. Or do I just press and let it go? I don't know. I think you press and let it go.
It says hold the assist button on it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Let me see. Turn on the studio lights. See how? Oh God.
Oh.
God. It works. It works. Okay. Hey man, look. This is the Xming Page 1. It's actually a pretty fun projector to work with, man. I love that it has that little stand where you can just kind of angle it to go where you need it to. I love that it has the auto keystone because that helps you set it up very quickly and use it for what you were intending to use it for, which is getting your 1080p content casted on the wall or a screen supersized all the way up to 120 inches. Now, I'm no expert in this kind of stuff, but what I do know is I really need to turn this PlayStation off the right way because I don't want to brick it and lose my data. Now, y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.